Alright, so this is how I make beats. As you can see, I've got a ton of voice notes. So I'm converting these voice notes into Garageband songs. So let's watch the process. So first we're going to work with voice note 422. Let's listen to it. I got my eyes on the prize. So yeah, something like that. So now I have the GarageBand session open. It's time to recreate that sound. So firstly, changing the tempo up, slow it down a little bit, match the sound of the demo. Let's find a kick. Cycling through sounds right now. Find some kind of hat, some kind of snare to go with it. Yeah, that kind of sounds like it. And then what I like to do is layer two snares together, so it makes a unique sound. Then I go in and start penciling in the sounds. There's our kick. Now I'm going to do the snare. Somewhere there. Yeah. So now I'm doing the normal hi-hats. Then we get something like this when you loop it out. Now I'm trying to find the next sound. Now I want that sound. Now we got it. Duplicate that. Bring that over, duplicate that. Yeah, that sounds right. We can loop that out. But it sounds a bit too simple, so let's add a little bit more to it. So just finding some new sounds now. Yeah, something like that. I want it to go at the end. So there's our yeah, that's right. Can loop that out now. So I want a quick little sound before the comes in, like that. So let's have a listen to what the drums sound like so far. Alright, so let's work on the melody. So bring in a new piano roll and start messing around with the keyboard piano. See what we can create. Just make sure I'm always thinking about the original voice note when I'm making this, than what the actual sound will sound like. So I'm just imagining in my head at the moment and coming up with the melody to go along with that. So for the most part, this is what I come up with. Something like that. Okay, now we need to go and record that, put it into the song. Oh, first attempt. Let's try again. Right, try number 2. So yeah, first I play it, record the play, and then I go on and cue it, make sure the notes are aligned. Let's give it a listen back. Yeah, that sounds smooth. Everything sounds like it's in the right place. And then we're gonna use that to make chords, basically. Yeah, so now it's sounding good. A little trick I like to do is this that I saw on a YouTube video. You put everything down by a little half step. Even if it's out of key, it still sounds really good. Sounds really, yeah, like a strong contrast. So end result, something like this. So I feel like doing a bit more with the kick. It's a bit too simple. So let's add like a few more elements to the kick. So I duplicated the kick. Now I'm going in and putting some extra kicks in between the basic boop, boop. Then the end result sounds something like this. Then I want to hear it with the melody. I want to change that melody a little bit. Let's make it higher so we can hear it. I want the notes of the melody to kind of blend into each other. So now the notes. So now the notes blend into each other. Gives it a smoother feel. So now I'm creating the bass line. So recording the bass line in. Then I'm going to go in and cue it again. Make sure everything's in line. And I can't have anything overlap with the bass because then it starts to clash and glitch out. Extend that to the end. Right. Then I move the notes down and change the sound. One of my favorite basses in Garageband is Overstuffed 808. Then I'll turn up the attack to give it a bit more of a smoother sound. Sounding alright. Everything's blending together nicely. But now we need to go in and do some sound selection. It's all about finding unique sounds. Like, I want the listener to feel like they're floating when they listen to this song. go through the sounds, see what I can find, see something that's smooth. And that's smooth right there. You can still hear the basic outline of the melody, but it's like really smooth and blended into the beat. Now I want to tweak this background sound a bit more. So I ended up duplicating it. So I have one that's really pushing the sound and really pushing the chords, while that first one, I can still get that effect from it, but it plays a bit quietly in the background of it, and they both like work together to make that overall sound. So let's have a listen. But if you remember from the demo, there was that second part, that slowed down kind of sound that I was thinking of in my head. So this is the process of me making that sound. So what I did was export the main sound into an audio file, and then I'm gonna edit that audio file within the beat. Gonna EQ it a bit, try and change up the tone, make it sound different. So I went with this EQ. It sounds like trapped into the middle, so you can't get too much low end, too much high end. Then I have this plugin called Blue Cat, and you can get a whole bunch of effects through that. So let's look for something a little bit crazy like this, but I don't like that after effect, so let's turn that down a bit more. Yeah. Then I have these other plugins. Can add some more effects, so let's look for something that can like expand the sound and make it a little bit bigger. All free plugins, by the way. So now I just come in and expand that sound a bit more, make it bigger. This is really good for vocals. So it sounds good, but it just needs something to be a little bit different from the main background sound. So what I'm going to do is reverse it. You don't know what to do, just reverse it. It always sounds good. Yeah, that sounds crazy. So yeah, sounding all good together. But that hi-hat sounds a little bit too friendly, if that makes sense. So I need to go in and edit that. So I go in and crush the sound a little bit. Not crush, I remove the high cut, or high cut the sound. Then I'm going to come into the EQ, mess with that a bit, try and change the tone. Try and change the tone into something a little bit deeper. So let's like grab the low end stuff. Yeah, you can hear the difference right there. Something like that. And let's cut out all the lows so there's no straggle pieces or straggle lows that mess with the bass and the kick. Yeah. Sounds better. So it would be good to compare the voice note to the final beat. So let's do that now.